My younger sister craved a hot pot meal, so our entire family went out to eat with her. Over a minor problem, she began shouting at the server. The server approached with a container of scalding water and threw it onto her face. My sister quickly grabbed me and used me as a shield, causing me to get burned very badly everywhere. Afterward, my family wrote a pardon letter for the server, just so they would seem like good people. They also injured my legs and recorded me every day to share online. The sadder I appeared, the more cash unknown people online gave them. They hurt me constantly until I passed away. When I came back to life, my little sister was shouting at the server again. I didn't get involved this time. I hurried to the restroom. My actual father arrived with a pot of burning hot oil and dumped it on me. My mother and sister tied my arms and legs so I couldn't escape. My skin immediately turned red and swelled with burns. I yelled and pleaded for them to stop. My sister smiled nicely and said, "Sister, just hold on a little more. We'll earn lots of money soon." My mom let out a sigh. I didn't think people enjoyed seeing suffering so much. Your burns need to look worse. Cutting your tongue out wasn't quite enough, dear. As soon as we get 5 million, we'll stop." I screamed and wept, my eyes filled with intense hate. These people were my family, the ones I cared about. My dad hit me hard across the face. "I brought you into this world. A bit of oil won't kill you. Stop yelling." I stared at him, wishing I could stand up and end their lives. "How dare you look at your father like that? I'll beat you until you're dead," he threatened, picking up a stick and starting to hit me. The burns broke open and blood went everywhere. The pain made breathing difficult. But my sister made fun of me. "How can you stare at dad like that? He created you. You should obey him." I kept looking at them, full of hate, until my own father hit me until I died. Dying felt like freedom in a way. If I could just take them down to hell too, I'd do anything. When I woke up again, my sister was screaming at the server. Seeing the server standing there with his head down, I smiled. This time, they would be the ones going to hell. Sister Chloe scoffed. "Are you stupid? Can't you tell the soup pot is almost empty? You get paid but do zero work. Trust me, I can make you lose your job." Chloe was always like this, never letting anything go, always needing to win. The server explained softly, "Sorry, it's a busy time. I'll get more soup from the back." Chloe made a rude noise. "With your abilities, you'll always be just a server. You didn't do well in school, and now you can't even serve food properly." She looked disgusted, like she was seeing garbage. The server looked quickly at Chloe and started to walk away, clearly upset. Chloe slammed her hand on the table and asked for the manager. I knew the manager wasn't going to appear. Instead, a pot of boiling water would. In my previous life, Chloe used me as a shield, and I suffered burns over most of my body. My face was ruined. While I fought to live in the hospital, the people I called family posted a pardon letter online. They got lots of pity and became famous online personalities. I watched the server walk from the kitchen area. I smiled at my sister, took my phone, and said, "I need to go to the restroom." Chloe made a face and covered her nose, acting like a perfect princess who never needed the toilet. I quickly turned on my phone's video recording and walked towards the restroom. Right when I got to the door, I heard Chloe scream. It sounded even worse than the last time. I didn't look back right away. I calmly went into the restroom. "Maya, come back!" It was my mother yelling. "Come back? Why, I had to use the restroom. Help kill someone?" Chloe's screams were sharp. It sounded crazy outside. I splashed cool water on my face. Slowly, definitely, the hurt they gave me in my past life, I will give it back to them. I saw myself in the mirror, a pretty young woman with mean-looking eyes. When I left the restroom, Chloe was crying loudly. My mom was hitting the server, and the manager was saying sorry over and over to my dad. In my first life, they weren't this upset. At least the server wasn't hit, just told to pay money for the harm caused. When she saw me coming closer, Chloe grabbed the hot pot container and threw its contents at me. She yelled, "Maya, why did you go away? Why am I the only one hurt? I won't accept it." I quickly stepped aside and shouted, "Who are you? You horrible-looking monster attacking people for no reason. You must be crazy. I'm calling the mental hospital to come get you. Finally, I got to call her ugly. Before, she used to hit me and call me that. As I thought, she wouldn't give up, but I moved away easily. The hot soup landed on an older woman behind me. "Oh, it hurts! Help!" the woman cried before fainting. Two middle-aged women with her started crying, "Mom!" One stayed with the older woman while the other ran to find relatives. Soon, four large men were standing in front of Chloe. She looked scared and kept moving backward. My parents quickly stood protectively in front of her, staring angrily at me. Chloe yelled furiously, "Maya, why did you move? I was aiming for you. This is all your fault. If you hadn't moved, she wouldn't be hurt." She then turned to the men. "Make her pay. She's good looking. You can sell her for good money." Hearing her say that didn't shock me. That's just how she is. I answered calmly, "I don't know this woman with the ruined face. I think you should phone the police. There are cameras here, and many people are recording with their phones. The person responsible is Chloe." She had no escape. Dad made a scoffing noise while Mom cried, "Maya, Chloe is already having a hard time. Can't you help her this one time?" I smiled coldly. "No chance. She did this to herself. She earned it." Right after I spoke, the ambulance pulled up outside. They hurried to the hospital, but I didn't join them. My parents shouted insults at me, but I stayed put. My mind filled with pictures of them tying me down, hitting me, and broadcasting it live online to get pity. While I was unconscious from sleeping medicine they gave me, they showed my burns to people watching online, getting money from kind strangers. They created many online groups telling my sad story, and people who felt bad kept giving them cash. You need to be careful around people like them. I asked people nearby who recorded the incident and got a copy, especially the part showing Chloe's awful behavior. This time, I want to see how they try to act like the ones who were wronged. I purchased 3 small security cameras and secretly installed them in the house. I gathered my bags and returned to my school. Graduation is 6 months away, and I was scheduled for a work placement they knew about, but I decided not to do it. School feels safer and is cheaper. I'm focusing on keeping myself safe. I bought various safety items online and joined personal training classes for martial arts like Taekwondo and Sanda at the school's club. Right after finishing a jog, my mom called. "Maya, your sister's in the city hospital. Come and help look after her," she ordered, sounding sure of herself. I looked at the sky and felt only coldness inside. It made me remember how, in my first life, I was left alone in the hospital. They were too busy trying to get money to even hire someone to help me. But now that it's Chloe, everyone has to focus on her. When I didn't answer, my mom yelled, "Maya, do you have any heart? Get here right now." I gave a quiet laugh. Did you forget she threw hot soup at me? I'm not perfect. Why would I care for someone who tried to kill me? Chloe got what she deserved. Mom was enraged. I heard something break, like a cup falling. "Maya, she's your sister. Can't you forgive a little?" Chloe didn't mean to do it. She was just upset. I heard that same reason so many times as a child. I answered calmly, "We each only live once. Why should I step aside for her? You are her mother. It's your job. Look after her yourself." Mom was breathing hard on the phone, likely surprised I would talk back like that. After a pause, she whispered, "Maya, your dad is still being questioned by the police. Could you just bring some basic supplies for me?" "No, Chloe scared me today. I don't want to see either of you," I replied, and ended the call. They don't act like parents towards me. I can't trust them at all. Seeing them makes me want to hurt them myself. 2 weeks passed. I found out from the hidden cameras that they intended to force me to marry some idiot. They planned to use the marriage money, $50,000, to pay for Chloe's problems. I thought about leaving town, but I didn't want to just give up. An idea came to me. The next day, my school advisor found me at the martial arts club. "Your parents are waiting at the school entrance. They look worried, like they need to tell you something important. You didn't answer their calls, so maybe you should go see them." I hadn't expected them to come so soon. I nodded politely, thanked the advisor, and finished my class before slowly walking to the gate. They are tricky, so I brought pepper spray and a stun gun just to be safe. At the entrance, my parents looked furious. They had waited more than an hour and were clearly getting annoyed. When they saw me, they quickly put on fake, uncomfortable smiles. I watched them without emotion from behind the gate. Mom spoke softly. Maya, we came to bring you home. I almost laughed. Since when was their place my home? I shook my head. I'm graduating soon. I'm busy with my final paper and need to use the library for research. I don't have time to come back. Dad stared angrily and lifted his hand like he was going to strike me. Maya, do you think I won't kill you? Oh, I believe it. Didn't he hit me until I died in my past life? A man like him could do anything. Mom held him back. Maya, I understand you're still mad at Chloe. You are both my daughters. I don't want either of you to be harmed. Chloe's burns are severe. Her face is ruined. Please forgive her. There's no forgiveness for them. Not for any of them. I replied coldly. She didn't throw anything on me, so there's nothing for me to forgive or not forgive. She's like a stranger to me. What happens to her doesn't matter to me. Outside the school entrance, my parents looked upset. Dad raised his hand again, and this time Mom didn't try to stop him. I quickly moved backward. I'm 18 years old now. You don't need to provide for me anymore. When you get old, I will give you the absolute least amount of help required by law. As for Chloe, I don't owe her anything. Dad looked extremely angry. He showed his ID to get past the gate and ran towards me. Mom shouted from behind. Maya, don't make your dad angry. He has high blood pressure. Oh, high blood pressure? If I could make him angry enough to die, I'd wake up laughing from my dreams. For the past 2 weeks, I've been running more than 20 laps every day. Today, I can definitely run faster than him. After a short chase, Dad yelled, Hey, stop that thief! So shameless, still telling lies. I shouted back, I'm Maya from the business program, a final year student. He's trying to kidnap me. Somebody call the police. 2 students nearby knew who I was. That's our senior student. Everyone helped to stop the kidnapper right away. Good-hearted students grabbed him. Dad's eyes were red with fury. I am her father, her real father. The students were annoyed and said, What kind of dad calls his daughter a thief? He must be lying. He looks mean, not like a good person. Wow, look, he has a knife in his pocket. Everyone watch out. He even had a small knife with him, likely intended for me. So cruel. Am I really his child? It's hard to believe a father could be like this. Dad stared hard at me. She is my daughter, and I am taking her home today no matter what. I didn't want to deal with him. I turned to a student near him. Hey, student, could you see if he's carrying anything else dangerous? This is a school, and I'm worried about everyone's safety. My fellow students were great. Quickly, they found a cloth and a small bottle with clear liquid. Dad fought hard, his face full of rage. What you're doing is illegal. I will sue every one of you and make sure you get kicked out of school. He was threatening all the students. I laughed. This is a school campus. You have dangerous things on you, so you are dangerous. We're just helping protect people. Then, a very curious student picked up the cloth and smelled it. Soon, he felt faint and began to fall. Luckily, another student caught him right away. When the student passed out, Dad got scared. He managed to get away while everyone was surprised. I quickly yelled, Everyone, he's getting away! Catch him! The man didn't get far before the students grabbed him again. This time, they held him down firmly. Just as we were about to take him off school property, my mom appeared. She stared at me angrily. Maya, are you even a person? That's your father, and you treat him this way? She turned to the students holding my dad and shouted, Let my husband go right now, or you will be sorry. We are old. We can't take being handled like this. I have to admit, my mom's words made the students hesitate. These days, people worry about being blamed by older folks. Even having lots of money might not help if an older person accuses you. I spoke coldly. They are the ones doing wrong, and we are doing what's right. We have many people who saw what happened. How can a few words change the facts? If there's real trouble later, I will take responsibility. The student's strong sense of fairness returned, and some girls also held my mom back. My parents began yelling awful things, but the students started explaining the situation, even talking about political ideas. My parents stopped talking, but sometimes gave me hateful looks. When we reached the area outside the school entrance, two police officers arrived. Dad looked nervous and glanced at me. I laughed. He brought drugs to make someone unconscious and a knife, yet he expects me to defend him? No way! I quickly told the police what happened. The officers gave my parents a cold look. They denied doing anything wrong. My mom cried out, "Officer, she is our daughter. How could we possibly hurt her?" Dad was angry. "This is our family business. None of you should interfere." Holding back my tears, I said, "Officer, they plan to sell me to another country. I'm terrified. I don't believe they are my real parents. Can you please help find out?" My parents froze. Fear showed briefly in their eyes. Something strange must be going on. No wonder they treated me so cruelly. My mom pointed right at my face, yelling, "Maya, do you have any shame? We took care of you for more than 20 years, and this is how you thank us? You are an unthankful monster. You will definitely go to hell." They almost killed me, and they talk about shame? They are the ones who deserve hell. No matter how much they argued, once the knife and the drugs were mentioned, we all had to go to the police station. Even there, my parents tried to make excuses, but many college students were there as witnesses. They were questioned in different rooms. The entire event caused a big stir. So many students saw it happen and posted numerous videos online. This pressured the police to handle the case seriously. Drying my tears, I carefully explained why I thought they weren't my real parents. I even showed the police the video where Chloe threw the hot soup at me. Their words were incredibly harsh, showing no love at all. A simple DNA test could answer the question, but I wanted to find out the whole story. After more than 2 hours, my dad was arrested. He claimed full blame for what happened that day. Regarding my birth, they stuck to their story. They found me in a garbage bin as an infant. I don't buy it. Just as I was leaving the police station, my mom, well, now just my foster mom, Susan, pulled me close with a fake nice expression. She begged, "Maya, could you please write a letter saying you forgive him?" I laughed quietly. "I don't have a mom. I'm just an orphan. After the way you treated me for so many years, how can you possibly ask me to write that letter?" Growing up, they always made me give things up for my sister. They made me do all the housework and only gave me her old clothes. They treated me worse than an animal. I began working jobs after school in high school. They took most of the money I earned. Only by secretly tutoring more students in college did I manage to save a little. Susan paused, smiling uncomfortably. "Maya, it was snowing the night we found you. If we hadn't taken you home, you wouldn't have survived. We raised you for over 20 years. Can't you write just one letter saying you forgive him?" "Absolutely not. Even if you killed me, I wouldn't write it." Seeing I wasn't responding, Susan suddenly fell to her knees loudly. I quickly moved away. Having faced death before, I was suspicious she might try to harm me. Crying, Susan said, "They're making us pay $50,000, and Chloe needs surgery that costs another $100,000. Dad is the one who supports our family. We need him." "Surgery? That's a joke. Last time they never mentioned needing surgery." I replied coldly, "Sell the house. You have money." Susan shook her head hard. "No, that house is all we have. We can't sell it, never." "So it's fine to sell me, but not the house? Such unfair rules." Smiling mockingly at her, I suggested, "Then turn Chloe into a famous internet star. She looks so pitiful now. People will surely give money." Susan's eyes shone with excitement. "How can she get famous online?" she asked quickly. I laughed. "This time, let's see if they pick their daughter or the money." I smiled nicely. "Share pictures of her burns on the internet. Make her look as sad as possible so it spreads quickly. Also, write a sorry letter to that server." Susan thought about it. I turned to go, knowing them well. Chloe would definitely become famous online. These were the methods they used on me in my past life. Now, it was Chloe's turn to go through it. Soon after I got back to school, Susan called. Maya, why did you leave so fast? You're clever. Come back and help us. Look at the rude things she just said. If they forced me to go back, would anything good happen? I calmly replied, No, no, no. Chloe is smart. She can figure it out. By the way, since we're not related by blood, please don't call me unless it's really important. Hearing my words made the person on the phone furious. Susan started yelling insults at me for a long time, saying the meanest things possible. I listened patiently, sometimes making sounds of shock, sadness, or disappointment. When she was nearly finished, I said quietly, I was actually planning to write the forgiveness letter for Robert. But after hearing you yell like that, I see now that you don't deserve to be forgiven. Susan paused, then yelled, Maya, I made a mistake. I wasn't thinking clearly. I'll hit myself twice, okay? Please forgive me. I heard two slapping sounds through the phone, but I couldn't tell if they were real. Susan cried, Maya, you are so kind. You'll forgive us, won't you? Come back, and we can all get famous online together. Since they cut my tongue out in my first life, I stopped wanting to be the good person. I'm tired of being someone they can hurt whenever they want. No, thank you. Let Chloe be the internet star. Didn't her face get ruined? That sad story will make her popular. Oops, it seems I upset Susan. She shouted angrily, Maya, you will pay for this. After ending the call, I checked the hidden cameras. Susan sat on the sofa, looking furious. She muttered, Tomorrow, I'll go to the school, fool her into coming home, and then ruin her face so she can be the famous one. Chloe wore a hat and face mask. Only her evil-looking eyes could be seen. How can she go to school happily and live better than I do? She must suffer more than I have. Mom, I'm not happy. I want her dead. Susan hugged her and patted her gently. Don't worry, Chloe. As long as we make her suffer, she will make money for your operation and buy you a big house. Chloe answered coldly. I hate hearing her talk. Fool her into coming home tomorrow. Let's cut out her tongue first. So that's the reason they cut out my tongue in my first life. I knew they were awful, but I still felt cold and scared. I wanted to show this recording to the police, but they likely would only warn them. The main reason Robert was arrested was because of the illegal drug used to knock people out. The police need to find where it came from. Otherwise, since no one was actually harmed yet, they can't do much. I looked at my bank accounts. I only had 5,000, under 26 yuan altogether. After thinking hard, I decided I had to leave. If I had money, I would have left right after I came back to life. Having no money is terrible. Even the martial arts classes were cheaper because nice students helped out. Otherwise, I couldn't have afforded them. I visited my school advisor, explained what was happening, and told her about some of my family problems. She sighed. Don't be afraid, this is a school. They cannot hurt my students here. In my first life, after my face was ruined, she brought students to see me and tried to help me feel better, but I never left my room. I said with tears in my eyes, Teacher, I don't want to be involved with them anymore. They did raise me for over 20 years. No matter what, I'm younger, and I can't defeat them. Other people will say they had difficulties and I should forgive more. It's simple for others to say that when it's not happening to them. As long as they act sad, people will feel sorry for the weak. I understood this from my past life. My advisor said not to worry about school matters, she would take care of them. She gave me a warm hug, I packed my things, and left that same evening. I traveled by fast train to one city, then took a bus to another. I quickly found a job that included a place to stay. I started working in a factory, putting small parts together. Surprisingly, it felt okay. At least nobody there called me ungrateful. My foster mom visited my school many times but couldn't find me. She argued with my advisor, demanding to know where I was, but the teacher just called the police. You can't talk sense into some people. You say one thing and they yell for half an hour saying the same things over and over. The police contacted me. I cried and told them, they want to sell me. Should I just let them? I don't like them. I actually hate them. Yes, they raised me, but I never refuse to help them when they get old. I am 18 now. I can make my own choices. Susan was yelling terrible things at me in the background. Even the police officer couldn't make her stop. I smiled slightly and said coldly, "See? With parents acting like this, why would I return? I don't enjoy being hurt. I am a real person with feelings." After the call, I went out and bought myself a hot pot dinner to celebrate. About a week later, I saw Chloe's video online where she acted sad to get pity. So they chose money after all. In the video, Chloe revealed her bad burns, which looked awful. She cried theatrically, shared her side of the story, and even asked people watching if she should write a pardon letter for the server. People felt sorry for her, criticized the server harshly, and the video became very popular, getting her over 200,000 new followers quickly. Well played. I had to admit she did well. The more famous you are, the worse it is when you fall. The following day, Chloe streamed live while writing the pardon letter, crying the whole time. She also shared her payment account details, asking viewers for money. Susan joined in, talking sadly about their difficulties. She mentioned how Robert tried to find me but was arrested. Of course, she didn't mention the drugs or the knife. She claimed they only wanted me to visit Chloe but were misunderstood and wrongly arrested. She skillfully turned people against me, increasing the hateful comments I received online. Very clever. I considered letting them have their success a bit longer, but it wasn't needed now. A few days passed. I heard they delivered the pardon letter to the server and had received over 2 million in donations. Enough money for a big celebration. I quickly posted the video showing Chloe yelling insults at the server and throwing hot soup at people. I added the text, "Sad-looking people are often the meanest." I paid 1,000 yuan to promote the video and left comments on Chloe's videos to lead people to mine. Soon, my video was also very popular. Chloe's video quickly filled with negative comments. People online hate being tricked by scammers. Chloe cried and kept saying the video wasn't real, that it was made by computers, and she was innocent. She even suggested the server made the video because it appeared right after Chloe sent the sorry letter. Who else would do it? She asked. Susan, drying her eyes, asked the viewers if they could cancel the pardon letter. "We don't want to be nice anymore," she cried. This new video changed how people felt. About half the viewers still supported them. Some weren't sure. And the others called them hypocrites. I don't understand why they're trying so hard to deny it. They know they were recorded. I have 5 or 6 different video clips of the event. Maybe they believe people online are easily fooled and that whoever cries the most should get pity. People often support the person who seems weaker. I shared 2 more video clips from different viewpoints with the title, "Are computer videos really this clever now? Changing views and everything." Before I could post more, the server shared the security camera recording from the restaurant. She also posted message histories where Chloe threatened her and shared audio clips of Chloe shouting insults. Her title was, "I prefer prison over being shamed by her. I get angry, but only with people who deserve it." Now, Chloe couldn't possibly make any more excuses. I sent a message to my school advisor, telling her it was okay to share the video of Robert causing trouble at school online. She had wanted to share it earlier, but I asked her to wait. Soon, the internet was full of videos showing Robert and Susan making a scene at the school. Many students had recorded it from all sides, and some added their opinions at the end. The details about the drugged cloth and the knife were included in every video. The student who fainted shared his experience, warning people to be careful, even with family. The advisor also posted a video. She said, "Maya is an excellent student here, and we will ensure her safety." The police told us she is not their birth daughter. They found her in a dumpster. They came to school intending to drug her and sell her for 500,000. Chloe panicked. She started a live video from a building roof. Susan was there too, her eyes puffy from crying, begging Chloe to come down. Oh, she's pretending she'll jump to prove she's innocent. I don't believe her. She just wants people to give her what she wants. Even if she's wrong, She demands forgiveness, or else everyone who criticized her would feel responsible if she died. Chloe cried into the camera, "Can't you all just trust me? Or do I have to die first?" Half the comments online were mean, telling her to jump. People just didn't believe her performance anymore. Looking sad, Chloe said, "If my death makes you happy, then maybe I should just die." Susan wouldn't allow it. Crying, she managed to say, "Let me go instead. I'm 48. I've lived already. You're only 18. You haven't experienced love or had children yet. Your life is just starting." Chloe shook her head, tears streaming down her ruined face, looking frightening. I have to admit, she's quite a good actor. She convinced some people to support her again. Feeling sorry for her, they made excuses, saying she's just honest, not mean. They said customers are always right, so it's okay if she yelled at a server. They argued she's young, and having her face damaged is punishment enough. They said she should get another chance. With more people backing her, Chloe cried even more while reading the messages. She said sadly, "Yes, I yelled at the server, but she ignored me for 30 minutes. Can't I complain? Don't customers deserve better than having hot water thrown at them? Was it really wrong for me to try making my own boiling water?" The comments began to support her more. People said things like, "Maybe she just has a bad temper. It's not a huge problem, right?" Soon, most comments were supportive again. Chloe definitely succeeded with this live show. And soon, the police arrived with Robert. He looked much thinner. Prison clearly wasn't easy. Robert was close to tears, his voice unsteady. "Chloe, please come down. I can't lose you too. These people online don't understand anything, just talking foolishness." The viewers who were criticized stayed silent, realizing he was right. Seeing the supportive comments, Chloe gained confidence and started talking more about her difficult life. Her tears wouldn't stop. She wiped them away, but more kept coming. Knowing her, she probably had a plan, which explained her believable acting. The police explained that Robert's arrest was linked to catching bigger criminals. "We shut down the drug factory, so his crime is balanced out. He can go home now." They reminded everyone publicly that buying illegal items knowingly makes you involved in crime. According to the law, if you know something is illegal and you hide or sell it, you can face up to 3 years in prison. If the crime is more serious, it can be up to 7 years. I already knew this. The police informed me yesterday. Robert was certainly lucky. Him being released is fine. Being in jail for a short time wouldn't have changed him much anyway. Looking embarrassed, Robert bowed to the online viewers. "I failed as Chloe's father. I didn't teach her properly. I should be the one to die. But please be kind to her. She's only 18, still just a kid." Susan cried next to him, saying she wished she could die too. These three act like they're in a play. Their words sound one way, but their behavior tells a different tale. However, the viewers don't realize it. They keep finding reasons to excuse the family's past actions and start sending them gifts to show support. Their performance was extremely successful. Chloe's follower count reached 10 million. She also put a payment link on her profile. After the live video ended, I watched the hidden cameras. As expected, they arrived home soon after. Susan looked proud. "Good plan, wasn't it? I thought of it. We earned over $1 million just from gifts during the live show, and some idiot is still sending money to our payment account." Chloe hurried to clean her hands, forcing a strange smile. "Good thing we used onions, or I could never cry that much. If I weren't such a skilled actor, do you think that they would support us?" Robert laughed loudly. "Not bad, not bad. My daughter is smart. But about Maya, I want her out of the picture. How dare she treat me like that? If that fortune teller hadn't said an adopted child would bring good fortune, why would I have bothered raising her? I've cared for her for 20 years, so what if she marries some idiot?" Susan agreed excitedly. "Yes, yes, yes. Let's earn a few million more. Sell Maya off to Myanmar, and then we can live comfortably overseas. It's so simple to trick people online here. I act sad, and we make millions. Honestly, I think we could trick people out of billions." I posted their conversation online as audio only without video. They still own the rights to their images, so if I used video, they could complain and have it removed. The audio clip was 3 minutes long and full of insults aimed at their online followers. I wasn't certain if their easily swayed supporters would get angry or not. In the comments section, I added a message with a picture showing a 1,000 yuan donation. My comment said, "So this is your true nature. This is illegal money collection, and I've reported it to the authorities." The audio quickly became popular. People who donated posted pictures of their donations in the comments, saying they plan to sue. Chloe's video was filled with angry messages. Nobody likes being treated like an idiot. Scared, the three of them posted a video saying the audio recording was fake and people misunderstood them. But nobody trusted them this time. People compared the voices in the audio to the recordings from the restaurant and confirmed it was definitely them. Chloe acted wildly at home while Susan called the police saying someone had broken into their house, claiming that was the only way the audio could have gotten out. Soon after, the police arrested all three of them. It wasn't because Susan called, it was because huge numbers of internet users reported them for illegally collecting money. Susan and Chloe were sent to prison, while Robert, who wasn't directly part of the money scheme, was let go. While Robert was at home breaking things in anger, someone came into the house. Before he could do anything, they covered his mouth and pulled him into the bathroom. The stranger said in a threatening voice, "Because of you, my leader is in prison. They took all our cash too. Now I can't even provide for my family. I am going to kill you." Robert ended up dead, cut into pieces, and flushed down the drain. If the pipe hadn't gotten blocked, his body might never have been discovered. Chloe lost her mind completely and was moved to a mental hospital. Later, the server from the restaurant started working there. I visited Chloe once. She's truly gone crazy. She weighs 400 pounds and looks so scary she could frighten anyone. She also has many scars, new and old. When she sees anyone, she hides in a corner, whispering, "I was wrong. I was really wrong. I won't do it again." Seeing her in that state made me feel a sense of relief. Susan received a 15-year prison sentence. All their money was frozen. Nothing was left. Now I can finally work peacefully and feel safe at home. The police contacted me. They said they located my birth parents. But I believe I am better off by myself. I don't want to get deeply connected. I think it will take me a long time to trust people again.